So y'all see that house over there. I don't know when we'll be able to see it better. Because I don't know if them leaves will ever fall completely off that tree. But anyway, you gotta see it a little bit. Nice little get up. But on what's this, December the 3rd, for today's shenanigans. No, seriously, for today's content or topic, I just got done cracking up and laughing at Tonya TKO because, boy, her facial expression. She was watching a video where she was talking about DaniLeigh and DaBaby, and she was laughing at her own facial expressions, which was funny to me. I was cracking up. She was cracking up. It was just too funny. I'm relaxed and refreshed. I just got out of that jacuzzi. I really want me some spaghetti, and at this point, I really feel like I'm here lately. I've been having a taste for spaghetti, probably like the last 2 or 3 months. I tried to get some from K&W. It didn't hit the same way as what I want. I can make my own, but my little toaster oven that I usually make it in, yeah, that's been over with. I had got that from Goodwill, and it lasted me for a while. But anyway, it was so good for casseroles and little stuff like that or whatever. So yeah, so literally, I've been here lately, been having a taste for spaghetti that the woman who gave birth to me, the chick, the female who gave birth to me, would cook and stuff like that. And today I'm kind of feeling like, damn, I should have sat my ass down and learned how to. Hold on, let me turn my massage thing on. But yeah, learn how to make that instead of doing some of the stuff that I was doing, which I was trying to be up under boys. Once I got a hint or a taste of it or whatever, once I lost my virginity, of course, some other, you know what I'm saying. But also, I was in a household where I was definitely the oldest, and for a long time, it was me and a younger sibling, and then of course the so-called step parental's daughter, which I was the oldest for the longest. You know what I'm saying? I was in that number of the kids that they was taking care of, and then of course some years later, probably when I was about, I don't know, it was in 2000, they had younger sibling, a boy, and so of course I wasn't anymore, whatever. I think I was like 14, 15, somewhere around there. I don't know, but yeah. But probably should have been learning. I learned some stuff. I learned how to do some hamburger meat to make some tacos. Like we actually did that together. I remember that, and I just should have learned how to make some of the other dishes like spaghetti that I used to like to eat, spaghetti and things like that or whatever. Because now I'm not gonna lie, honey, I'm on it. And just like, now that my grandma's passed on, I literally did try to learn and ask her what she seasoned stuff with and how she made such and stuff, such and such. But of course, I haven't never perfected it. So, she's gone. I will never get that time back. Now, that's probably some stuff that I feel like I almost regret. Like, there's no need in dwelling on it because it's just not gonna happen. Nobody's gonna make it just like that person. I try to learn how to season my chicken and stuff like her, everything, because I was mostly under her. We had a nice little taste. But anyway, didn't happen. Get over it. Now, granted, this person is still alive, and what I'm saying, it's not seemingly not too late, but I don't think that's gonna ever happen. So I'm sitting here craving and wanting some of the spaghetti, and my Lord, please help me find a place where I can get something that's like close to what I could eat, what I would like, some good old baked spaghetti, like some good tasting baked spaghetti. But anyway, so that's that. I'm feeling about that or whatever. Then I'm thinking back on when I was out in the jacuzzi. Well, I had gotten out, but heard the neighbor to the right of me out there doing something. I was just cracking up laughing at Tanya or whatever, but I heard her. Good thing I had already spent my time out there, and I was, I could go in the house at any moment, but I was just thinking to myself like, Oh Lord, I almost thought, why can't we get along? But absolutely not. I'm not in the business of trying to start stuff with them, but I'm just like not in the mood to. I'm not going through. No, I don't see myself going through extreme measures to try to get along with them or anything like that. Except all I do is go through extreme measures to try to keep my peace, protect my peace and stuff like that. Oh yeah, it was an Amber Alert today out of Winston. Well, out of Winston Salem, and I seen that, and I'm trying to see who's on that motorcycle. Yeah, it was an Amber Alert out of there. I seen it on YouTube, and just seeing that it was a 13-year-old girl. And anytime any type of Amber Alerts go out, I just be like, Lord, please don't let it be. Then I seen a commercial where it looked like it was the car the person was driving was a hearse, but I think it was like a station wagon or one of them old school where they put the flowers. It wasn't a pickup truck, but it got like a bed like a pickup truck, and it was white, and they put all these flowers in the back of in the bed of the truck. So it makes it look like, it's a hearse or something like that where they having a memorial or whatever. But and it was just it got on my nerves. I'm like, ugh, please, Lord, don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ready for the death of none. That's who I deem as my close loved ones, and even whether they're in this house or not, or whether I get to see them, because I don't feel like I'm ready for any of that. As far as, I mean, and death in general, you get sick of it, of hearing about it and thinking about it and all that. But at the same time, we all know it's a part of life, and you know, that not so feel good part of life. So anyway, I don't know what that was about. Then I seen basically like some more alignment. I keep saying alignment, and some stuff is alignment with or trying to align with stuff that I just want to come out of alignment with, or definitely come into disagreement with. I don't want them to align to me. I don't want it to align to me. I don't want to align to it or them. And I was um I was back in the gazebo, and I seen this car pull up across the street or whatever. Well, I was looking at my camera. Evidently, my camera must have been delayed or whatever. Cause yeah, I guess when I come back there, my camera gets delayed somehow. Is this boy? Nah, that ain't him. Yeah, I can't see the car pass by. I thought this was a dude, cause that's like the kind of car he drive or whatever. But anyways, I seen that or whatever, and I was like, oh Lord, like I seen that upon me having a desire of going on in the house or whatever, and I was gonna walk around to the front to have to get in or whatever, and for me, like I said, I try to maintain my peace. So if I can avoid seeing somebody or something like that, and it's gonna keep the peace, it's gonna stop an argument or anything like that from going down, or anything, even a disagreement. I'll just be like, let me just do that. So anyway, I was looking at the camera or whatever, but realizing that my camera is somewhat delayed, so it's kind of showing some stuff that, so by the time I got around there, that car was gone, and I was concerned, like, oh, Lord, I don't feel like doing this. Let me wait till they do this, and wait till they go in the house, this, then the third, whatever. But fortunately for me, it's the fortunateness, that's a word for me. um, when I got around there, yeah, the car was gone, and they was, what I'm saying, and I could pretty much hear it in real time and see some stuff that's going on in the camera, because sometimes stuff makes a noise at the same time, or like a second or so delayed, a millisecond delayed after the camera shows it, or vice versa, and so it'd be like that or whatever. But yeah, but I was thinking about that, and I was thinking back on the neighbors to the right of me, how this whole thing started, which again, I feel like I know that it was initiated and sent out by some people that dabble in darkness, who like to do, I almost wanted to say country stuff, but I'm gonna just say witchcraft, sorcery, or whatever, because I don't want to put that on the country. I just feel like country living, you good. Now, some people, I do believe they do all type of stuff out there, but that can also be in the city. That could be anywhere. Some spellcasters in the city. There's some spellcasters plenty in the suburbs, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so thinking about that, and I remember, I guess they was trying to watch and see who I was going to talk to or whatever. Because I'm just looking back, I don't remember all the details because this was so long ago. But they're the younger kids, well, when they were younger, the kids next door used to play with my kids, and you know, when I take my kids somewhere, they would they would try to go, well, not take somewhere like leave out the neighborhood, but just, you know, go and play and stuff. And they I guess on this day, I think they asked could they go with me and the kids or whatever. When we went out, I took my kids out riding their bikes and stuff like that, and I think it's a good thing to do, a good decent thing to do. Yeah, hey, I'm out here, you know what I'm saying, I keep an eye on them or whatever. And again, this was when we were quote unquote cooler times, and at least I thought, I didn't know that they seen me as a um as an opponent, as a whatever, I don't know. So anyway, took the kids down there, and I was sitting chit chatting with somebody that I speak with or whatever, and the little girl, which is not the one that I mainly have the problems with because she's subtle. Now I realize, you know, she's just one of them subtle ones or whatever. He is more so outright with it or whatever, but he's still a little sneaky little liar too. But anyway, she was, instead of playing with the kids mostly, she was too busy listening to my conversation, what conversation I was having regarding, you know, whatever occurred or whatever. And it, granted, it was about them, but even still, sometimes honestly, I'll do that just to see what's going to get back. And I won't, I mean, when I do it like that, I really don't be giving it, I don't care. I don't care that it gets back to whoever or whatever. But at this point in time, I had already had the like a discussion or whatever with them about it. But I guess because I brought it up again, you know, it was coming up. So the little girl went back, called herself going back and reporting to them and telling them. I'm like, oh, okay, girl, because I'm grown and I'm still gonna go right on in the house, mind my business, and tend to my life. I don't care. And we end up having a discussion, huh? Because I had spoke to the lady of the house. But at this point, I guess they think I'm gonna keep on speaking to them and trying to get them to do certain stuff. Because at that point in time, I was like, honey, can you guys will you forgive me for where you felt offended at? Because I really didn't do anything wrong to you. Because it wasn't nothing directed at you, but it was a time when, you know, she wanted me to do her work or whatever. And then I got a phone call, and again, it was therapeutic for me. So I'm going to choose my therapeutic type stuff over any type of hard labor that is not even for me. And it wasn't even hard labor, but it was some labor, and it wasn't for me. It was you trying to get me to do your stuff, and I'm not doing it. And so yeah, she got mad at that. She was already holding on to that. So this lady, these people done got offended so many times at stuff that I didn't even realize. Like, and a simple conversation probably could have resolved, but now we've gotten so deep in that now we got to go all the way back. And so yeah, the little girl called herself reporting that I was saying stuff about them or whatever, and I was. And I went on and told the so-called grandparents, and I was like, yeah, well, I got the right. I said she needs to stop being so quote unquote grown. Well, I can't, you know, I don't want to stop nobody's maturity, but she should have been playing with kids if that was the reason why she went down there. So it basically called your bluff on why you try to send your kids over here and stuff like that. I'm not trying to, you're not going to see what's going on in my house or see what's going on regarding me, period. If you want to watch out for me, you can talk to me, find out whatever, and you can do it in a legit way, but no. So, of course, that was the end of that. You ain't going nowhere with me. You're not coming over here. Nah, I'm not doing all that with you. And so, anyway, it went on like that or whatever. The lady claimed she had forgave me. Then her so-called husband, the one who I've been having the issues with, he come jumping in when I'm talking to her. And another thing, and and it was nasty looking back, but I wouldn't press because I don't get offended like that, but I just look back and I'm like, now wait a minute now why was you so? And so yeah, they see me as some kind of threat or whatever, and it is what it is. If that's what you see, hey, I understand, but my feelings be like, but I ain't do nothing to y'all. I just exist. I'm just me, and I'm just living, and then we got the same skin color, and you know what I'm saying. So what's the problem? And yeah. Speaking of what's the problem, I remember when the boys' dad's so-called female cousin trying to call herself, if it's a problem, we can solve it, and it's something. I was like, I wanted to say, like, little girl, I mean, she was not too many years younger than me, but I'm like, little girl, go on. Go without your business. Go on and have your hissy fits or whatever. I didn't say anything. I just looked like, um, move along. Move along, honey. And so, and she was trying to call herself taking up stuff with me, I guess on behalf of their so-called mammy, who tries to disguise herself and not look like a mammy. It is what it is. But anyway, so yeah, then we could go back to, so that was them initiating stuff with me, and that's all I remember is like, y'all initiated. I didn't start nothing with y'all. I didn't come over intentionally, even them saying anything to me. Like, the boys' dad, before I had my kids, he would tell me, oh, she said you can come over there. She invited you and this, that, and third. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have believed him. Maybe I should have heard it from her or whatever. But he said, but not one time I went over there and they all was like staring and looking and all of this or whatever. They all was just staring. It was a bunch of people crowded in the house, like so many people. Can't even get up in there. It was definitely filled to capacity. You think I'm gonna go up in there? No. Nah. And I just went over there. I was like, he told me that you invited me. Thank you for the invite, but no thank you or whatever. And I walked on right back across the street. I just thought it was the cordial thing. And so ever since then, basically, since I didn't take the invite, they basically, like I said, try to, oh, she gonna get down or lay down. She got to do it our way or whatever. And that's just pretty much been a lot of them. I don't do that. I decide what I want to agree with. And there's somebody in the neighborhood that I do come into more agreement with. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I have a relationship with God for myself. So that's who I come into agreement with. And he will show me and lead me also on who and how to come into agreement. And it might be a day where, okay, we can agree on this, but I gotta disagree with you on that right there. And just a lot of stuff that they was about, I disagreed with. I don't know if that's one of them calling me or whatever. So yeah, but I can go back where I wasn't the initiator, I wasn't the aggressor, and now that I'm grown and I know that, being a young person, you might not know. If somebody come up, pop you in your head, you might not know why. You might not even know what to call them. Not even know to call them, oh, the initiator and the aggressor, the terms or whatever. But you do know that you got common sense to know, dang, somebody just did something to me, and I seemingly ain't did nothing to them. I'm just here. And so it's like, oh, you're trying to pick on somebody. And that's all I say, honey, I don't know if I was bullying somebody back in the day or something like that. And I'm talking about, if I say back in the day, it had to have been before, second, first grade. That, what I'm saying? But I don't remember. But hey, it is what it is. God knows the details. It's things that I might have done that I have forgotten about, but somebody else recalls. So I'm not gonna take that away from nobody. But I know I'm not the bullying type, and like if I was ever going to be the bullying type, baby, I definitely got that about me, quick, to just belittle somebody, bully them, and like I said, I look sideways at people. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, because some stuff just look weird to me. It's different to me. I can't relate to, or I don't think I can relate to, or whatever. But I still don't. Even in that, I don't be acting on that like, oh, like let's just say somebody was thinking. I didn't mistreat. Like there was this guy who really, like, literally made your nose hairs burn. He was thinking, but I didn't even. I'm the type that's more so. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm just going, especially if I only gotta be around you for a short period of time. But like I just let it kind of ride or whatever, and just that was that. Because I just felt like that wasn't a matter for me to be addressing. It wasn't for me. Evidently, it was for somebody else. And it started getting addressed, and some people got offended at that or whatever. But yeah, but I didn't mistreat this person because they was this or that or whatever. And I feel like I learned early to not treat people different because they were disabled or whatever the case, noticeably disabled and handicapped and stuff like that. So I was hoping that wouldn't happen to me, but people still, what I'm saying, because I know I got my little quirks and stuff with me, little or big. and it's different than what other people do. I know, and I kind of understand why, because again, I will go through some different measures just to, not get ridiculed and stuff like that. And me personally, I do feel like not get ridiculed, so I won't bust you in your damn face, your head. That's how I feel, and I really don't see a problem with it. I know some people will feel like, oh, no, that's not right. I'm not at a place where I truly see a problem with that, because it's done happened so much. It's like if you don't say something back or stand up for yourself, then it's gonna happen anyway. It's gonna happen anyway, one way or another. So which one you gonna do? And I do feel like, you stand for something or you fall for anything. And baby, my kids, my personal space, I'm saying, definitely my peace. And I'm saying, my personal space. I don't like that. And my personal space have been violated and stuff like that. And again, I've been bullied. I've been like beat on and basically attacked and stuff like that. And I know how that feels. And that shit didn't feel good. Not the first time, not the second time, or whenever it has ever happened. Like, no, I don't care for it. I'm not here for it. I don't care for it. And so yeah, so that's that or whatever about that part. And so I go back and I be like, Lord, is my hands clean as far as even initiating and starting stuff with these people? All what I did start was coming over here, being a younger person, and just trying to handle my business and tend to my, whatever I was doing, good, bad, or indifferent, which most times I wasn't doing nothing bad. Did I, in my heart, feel like I had some type of agendas? Absolutely, but not to do nothing bad. I'm gonna say it might have been bad, but it was more so for feel good reasons for me, and I was not worried about nor concerned about nobody else, because I didn't feel like I moved over here for them. Until this day, I still feel like that's not me, but something wants me to be concerned about. And a lot of times I'm convicted on, even baby, looking out the window. Sometimes I've been convicted in the past. As far as now, I don't really get all that, but I've been convicted on even looking out the window, even opening my blinds, even sitting outside at a certain time, because it's just not for me. It's not, whether it wasn't for me to know or whether it just wasn't for me to lend a helping hand or whatever. So, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. That's how I've experienced it. And yeah, I was thinking about how when my first son came along and they were telling him, first it went from, she'll never have nobody over there, to, oh, do you know if that's your baby, and this, that, and the third. And then like one day, somebody was bold enough to ask me, like, you don't have no other types of conversation with me, but you're asking me about what I do with my reproductive organs and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give it to you like this. But just boldly asking, hey, y'all get the test back yet? And this, that, and third. So that means you sitting around here, you sitting around your people. He claimed he didn't tell his family or whatever, so-called family, his business. But that means you sitting around them telling them. He was like, yeah, y'all get the test back yet? Baby, you been checking my mailbox? Was you in there when we got this swab done? Was you, because I didn't tell y'all none of that. And I got the test done, of course, because he started trying to deny my kids and stuff like that. So I went up there, and I remember, honey, he was feeling some type of way. He was mad, and I could feel, like, how people say the energy. I could feel the energy level in the room. I could feel that he was just so mad. I wasn't. I was just on my merry way. Like, damn, you shouldn't have did that, but here we go. This is what you want to do. Okay. So it's like you'll go through extreme measures just to try to basically play me out to be a liar or something false about me. But you're not going through them extreme measures to keep your damn mouth closed, sitting around your so-called relatives who I don't like, I don't deal with, I didn't invite them over, I'm not welcoming them into my life, nothing like that. So, no, and you can't just mesh together something and somebody, and that's just period. But anyway, so she was like, yeah, y'all get the test back in. And I was like, before I knew it, I had already said, I know who I opened my legs to. And I spoke and said, hey, because I'm standing at the bus stop the main thing I'm doing is trying to get my daughter off the bus. I'm not even worrying about you. I guess this day she was getting her grandchild or whatever off the bus for whatever reason. Okay, you not even supposed to be down here, but okay. But now you down here, you want to be what I call messy and meddlesome, and I'm about to stop you right here in your tracks. And After that, she ain't like me, and I just didn't give a damn. But she still put on a little front or whatever. But people get in their feelings, and I mean, I understand how that could get somebody in their feelings and even make you feel offended. But as far as did I do anything to you besides respond to something that you asked, and I responded in a me kind of way? Oh yeah, I know who I open my legs to. Basically, it's none of your business. Go on. Don't come over here with that. I'm not in the mood for that. That mean because y'all starting stuff, y'all stirring up stuff. You see people throwing masks out in the road and stuff. But anyway, so ever since then, honey, that was that. And so if people deem me the initiator and the aggressor, I think I was a little, assertive or whatever. But, and I was definitely irritated because I was already dealing with stuff or whatever. I had already dealt with the fact that somebody had lied on me, saying that I disrespected her. It was the same person who asked me that it was her so-called mother. Claimed that I disrespected her, and I was just like, oh Lord, I'm over y'all already before I can even get started. So to God be all the glory. I don't want to deal with y'all. And this whole time I was just like, no, can't get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I tried to be, I guess, even cordial, but I tried to get along or whatever because I ended up having kids in that bloodline, but it just wasn't it. And that's all I was like, oh, okay. And it haven't only happened just with one or two. It's happened with many. So I be having to turn inward and be like, oh, am I the bad seed? And like literally just submit it to God. And some people call it soul searching and this, that, and third. God can search my soul, examine, and He knows what's going on because He created me. So that's why I'm like, Lord, am I a vessel that was created for dishonor? Was I, you know what I'm saying? I got to a point where I was like that. But do I feel like that? Do I believe that? No. Do I come into agreement with that? No. So, and that don't mean that's not what it is, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, I don't feel like I did more than what a lot of folks have done, and just different stuff. I think it's the same car pulling back up. I don't know because I got my stuff out, but anyway, she started stuff with me, and I just like, and to me, you 20 something years older than me, if that or whatever, and that's when she starts saying, I got kids her age after she realized whatever. I'm like, okay, and I'm still over here chilling, minding my business. I done stayed over here. God got me rooted and grounded and planted. I guess planted, but yeah, somewhere, at least some root somewhere for a reason, for His purpose. It don't have nothing, you know what I'm saying? You could take that up with Him. I guess she never would or whatever, but I don't know. And then she just like the trickle down domino effect to her younger, her daughters, her so-called. If you ask me, she got 3 daughters and 1 son, but she started out with 2 sons and 2 daughters. And then of course her grandkids. My name kept getting mentioned in the house, and so they were saying my name, and I knew I didn't tell them my name and stuff like that. And so it was just like, yeah, something ain't right. And I'm glad that I didn't sit down. But for him to sit around them and then claim, I don't tell my family my business. You don't want them to know your business, but you think you're going to tell them mine? You think you're going to sit over there and I don't care if I was 10, a whole 10, 15, 20 types of different ways. And you knew that's not for you to go and tell them if you was involved with me. And he was, so that's that. So anyway, to me, it's like, I don't know why he's still trying to come up or whatever it is regarding him. I don't know, you know, besides him being the so-called common denominator and the connector in this thing. Like, why is he, you know what I'm saying? Why is he trying to ease his way? Nah, I'm good. And, especially, of course, this right here where he showed out and my daughter's not in my household and stuff like that. So, but, I'm going to turn this off and look at my camera real quick. I'm trying to make sure that was it. I just want my spaghetti. I hope I get my spaghetti fixed. And what else stupid? Yeah, it's just something with that. I'm trying to think too. When it trickled over to the younger generation, what they end up doing. Oh yeah, I was thinking about how when his sister was staying in my house, and when I let her go on out, I didn't make a big deal of it. I wasn't trying to be all, you know what I'm saying, extra, just that and third or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was only supposed to be very short term. But the girl over there, she asked me, well, where's such and such at? And I was, my natural response is, oh, Lord, no. Honey, I can't really stay with nobody like that. I had to let her go. And she just started laughing, like making a joke of it. And I wasn't joking. I was being serious, and I wasn't trying to even make it sound funny, and I wasn't trying to sound quote unquote crazy. Oh, you crazy, girl. No, I'm serious. Like, I just can't. And I didn't even go into the details of, you know what I'm saying, why, as far as I knew it or whatever. But, I never know if she could have went back and been like, "Ooh, girl, I asked her why, was you gone?" They ain't gonna tell that part, but girl, she done said she couldn't stay with you. And you know, they'll jazz it up or whatever. So that's the type of stuff it be, and I just be like, that's the stuff that God knows. Either them conversations happened or whatever that I didn't know. I can only assume, and just messy folks. And I'm thinking about that because I have such a heart that it's like, but God, I just want to welcome somebody over here with me. I want somebody to partake. I want somebody to enjoy, you know what I'm saying? Have peace with me, I wanted to have them type of friends and be a little friendly and this and the third. But I wanted to get to a place where I'm confident and feel good about it. I didn't before that, if it's premature, I don't want to invite nobody in my space. In which that's something that he did. He invited people in or tried to into my space, and I didn't do him like that. Like I wanted to go to a party or a little shindig, and I told him, "Let's go." This that, and third. He didn't feel comfortable. Yeah, he didn't feel comfortable, and so I didn't go. I stayed with him. I could have went on and went, but and so it wasn't fair. He didn't treat me with the same type of fairness that I treated him or that I expected, whatever. I know that everybody's not gonna match in the same areas, but it was just okay. That was a time too many that we had too much going on that I was just like, oh no, we can't keep doing this. So that's that. Let me get off here for real. Come and see what's going on.